What's going on, everyone? Alejandro Reyes here with American Marketing Association. These videos that we're doing, really want to introduce you to the folks that are going to be coming to speak out for these luncheons, and they're really designed to get you some information, allow you to learn a little bit about the speaker, and get you some information to make sure that you come out to these luncheons. The next one we have is June 8th. I'm really excited to have Scott Jaworski here from hookupfeed.com. What's going on, Scott?
Hey, how are you? How's everyone doing?
Good. Awesome, man. Well, first off, I want to say thank you so much. This is a very important topic. We're going to, folks that have been getting the emails know we're going to be talking about SMS, text-based marketing, which I'm really excited about, being a marketer, with open rates with emails really declining, and I think I just told you that I saw like some campaign for mobile text marketing, 97% open rate, and for these marketers that come to these American Marketing Association events, that's actually pretty darn good. So before we kind of get into, I want to give some people some value so that they can kind of walk away with maybe a tip or two. But tell us a little bit about yourself and how you kind of got involved, because I know you just moved here from New York, right?
That's correct, yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well, you're a newbie here to SAC, so tell us a little bit about your story and how you got involved with interactive marketing and mobile.
Absolutely. Went to school for business. I mean, I'll take it all the way back to the original roots. So I went to school for business and marketing. Why I was there was sort of before the times of, graphic design and everything really going digital. I happened to pick up a CD-ROM for Adobe Photoshop, and then off to the races. Taught myself, put together a portfolio. Next thing you know, I'm a graphic designer working at a commercial real estate firm. From there, I ended up at CNN.com and CNN International. I was working with these guys for over 7 years, so it really opened up a wide perspective as far as corporate America, and working with an ad sales perspective as far as a .com and really multi-channel deals. From there, I was thinking, all right, well, I've done the corporate side. I understand how it works. I've worked with a lot of third parties, be it developers, ad agencies, and so on. So I moved to the agency side.
Yeah.
When I was on the agency side, I actually worked for a company called Global Fluency. They're actually based in Palo Alto here in California, which sort of helped my transition later on. I'll get to that. Yeah. I actually was the managing director in their New York office, so I spearheaded their interactive services, and I also ran their creative department. With those guys, again, it opened up a huge opportunity as far as working on the agency side, working with individual clients and their specific needs. Clients ranging from small and startup firms to large firms like Ricoh, IBM, Kodak. Yeah. Alcatel-Lucent was another great one as well that we were participating with as well. Moved over to another boutique agency, Posner Advertising. Again, interactive. That really took off as far as the social media role. Yeah. Sort of see how the morph of the digital world is happening. It went from the design to the interactive to the multi-channel and now to the social media, and that's really prevalent and prominent in just about everything we do. Absolutely. And sort of the next foray brought us to the SMS and the text world. So I've sort of followed curve. I happen to feel very fortunate in the fact that I was actually able to ride that wave in just the perfect timing. And SMS is huge, and we'll get to some more details about that. But working with a past client at Global Fluency allowed me to move out here to California, seeing as how they were based here, and that's where Hookup Feed is. We're currently based out of San Ramon. And we work for Hookup Feed, and the organic growth, as I mentioned to you earlier, Alejandro, is that our clients from the SMS side wanted to understand or needed help with the websites, the design, the branding, the social media, the strategy, and how that was such a seamless integration with SMS. And I think that's an important point that we'll get to later, is that I'm not looking to pitch SMS as far as it's going to replace anything. It's an add-on, and it's very easy, very cost-effective, very powerful. And we, again, a lot of things we'll cover at the event, but really sort of some very interesting characteristics. And like you said, 97% open rates are really part of the norm. I mean, even a little higher conversion rates, you're looking at 23%. So,
well, I mean, I think anytime I get a text from a friend, you always open. What are you going to do? Just have a bunch of,
You're not going to see the little envelope sitting there and be like, okay, I'm just not going to look at it.
Exactly. You're going to open it. You're going to take a look at it. And the great thing about it is permission-based marketing. And I'm sure you talk a lot about that with your clients. So a lot of people, when you said something that's interesting, mobile's becoming, a different channel. I mean, so many people thought, oh, social media, that's the end all be all. They forgot traditional. Now people are starting to integrate the traditional with social media. And now you gotta pay attention to the mobile side of things. You mentioned some case studies and of like a pizza parlor and some of the stuff that you've been working with. Can you talk about a couple of the different stories that you've noticed some help with using mobile and how it's boosting their business?
Absolutely. People are actually engaging because, like you said, and spot on, I'm glad you brought it up. It's opt-in. It's not sort of the Wild West, as I like to call it, of email, where I still get emails. Oh, you want to buy 10,000 IT professionals? Not really, because they end up in my inbox.
I get worse ones, man.
Yeah, that's a different channel you're on. But it's such a regulated field. You have the MMA that's all over it, the CTIA. These are mobile marketing associations and whatnot. And I was audited recently by Verizon. For no apparent reason. They just like taxes, right?
Yeah.
They're going to pick you out of the hat and say, okay, we're auditing you. If they find anything fishy, they flip a switch and that's it. You're done. Try getting that back on. That's a challenge. Companies like myself, we invest tens of thousands of dollars to get these short codes up and running to make sure they're filtering through all the aggregators and they're actually getting to all the individual handsets that we have. So when people opt into these opportunities, it's something that they have an interest in. They're predisposed to it. So as long as you're speaking to them on a basis that they're looking for, you're going to keep that. You're going to keep those customers. One of my pizza parlors, as I referenced earlier, he would have customers come in saying, hey, how come you didn't send a text out today? And we don't really say send texts out every day. That's a bit much. So we try to do it, once a week, once every 2 weeks, depending on, certain things happen. But the simple fact of the matter is when these customers are coming in and asking, that's proof in the pudding to the business owner that, hey, yeah, these guys are reading it and they want it. As far as a case study, here's a pretty good one to stick with the pizza theme is, he had an excess amount of mozzarella. He was looking to try to get it off the shelf before it went bad and he'd have to throw it away. So he sent out a message, $1 for a personal pizza for 2 hours. The guy called me and said, can you please shut that off? I have people lined up out the door. And I'm like, it's already gone. It's out. It's on their device. I can't retract the message. I go, but I got to tell you, this is sort of, this is the best marketing you could ever have. I go, who doesn't want to line out their door? I go, just keep those ovens on, and he was ecstatic, and he worked through it, and all of his customers were, and he got the product out. So he sent out one text message, and it saved him from having to, throw out, potentially hundreds of dollars of product.
Yeah, I'm always of the belief, or the restaurant that, Tuesday from 1 to 4 slow. So they say, hey, 50% if you come in tomorrow at between 1 and 4. And I always tell people, 50% of something's better than 100% of nothing,
Absolutely.
So a dollar was worth it versus losing that money. And I think these marketers that, come, whether they're some of these people that come to the AMA events, are marketers for large organizations, small organizations. Some of them are the CEO, founder, and marketing social media person. So, we want to do a great job as marketers to be on the cutting edge and offer our clients and our prospects and our customers the best possible marketing, for their dollar. And, some of the folks that come out to these events are employees as marketers for big organizations. So, right. What are a couple of things, and I don't want to get into it because you're really going to go into some of the logistics and the practical stuff at the event, but what are a couple tips to prepare themselves to start tinkering around with it outside of going to hookupfeed.com to get some information? What can they do now to prepare themselves for the June 8th event?
I think it's really come to the event with an idea as far as, are you in the mobile space? What are some of the digital things that you're doing? One of sort of the things that, I'm bringing to the table for this event is we're actually going to have live case studies. So nice. Before I go to the event, I'm actually going to take a look at the list. I'm going to select, up to 2, maybe 3 people, depending on how much time we have. And I'm going to take a look at their digital footprint. And when I actually get there, we're going to, select them out of the crowd. And we're actually going to talk to some of the things as far as, all right, listen, based on a cursory view of, okay, do you have a blog? Here's your website. Do you have a Facebook page, Twitter account? This is your demographic, your audience, who you're targeting. Here's some of the ways that I could potentially see SMS integrating. And again, it's an integration. It's not a replacement of. It's another way to reach out and drive traffic to particular audiences. Let's be real. while I've taught my mother how to, text message, at 63 years old, go mom, you can do it. That's not necessarily a demographic you're going to be targeting, right? You're going to be reaching out to sort of a younger demographic audience, if you will. So again, it's, picking your audience. Each device, each medium has a reason. SMS, figure out or come to the event with an idea as to who your audience is. And hopefully as a marketing manager or brand manager, you know this. Yeah. And then we can figure out how SMS can actually reach out to those individual people. The beauty of SMS also is you get to segment groups. So, you could text in one keyword. That keyword is going to put them in a particular audience. If you're a bar or restaurant owner, you can send a question out. Our system's two-way, and I think that's key for anyone who's going to get involved in SMS to use a two-way system. One way, that doesn't bring any value back to you from an analytical standpoint. You want an understanding of your audience. You want to learn about them. You want to build profiles. You want to be able to segment so you can send tailored messages to them. From that bar or restaurant perspective, if you send out a message, what's your favorite liquor, or what's the mixed drink that you're going to end up ordering most of the time when you go to a bar? Is it a vodka tonic, gin? If they reply vodka, gin,
that's good.
Right now you can group them. So, all right, well, I'm going to do a Thursday night martini night.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to all of my vodka drinkers. If I'm a gin drinker, well, I'm probably, there's no need for me to be able to get that, but you can do another gin special. Maybe it's around horse racing. There is a drink, I forget what it is, but it has to do with the Preakness. So, there's all these different.
Probably good in Kentucky, right?
Exactly.
So, what's interesting, man, is we're talking about open rates and opt-ins and things of that nature, but, it's not just about, there's two conversions, right? Open rate and then the call to action, right? Which I think is, targeting that behavior. Really, it's behavioral targeting, which I think is very powerful. So last question for you is, when folks come, you're going to do some live, case studies. So folks that are watching this, make sure to come. This is some good free marketing and help your business with, where marketing's headed in mobile. So when people come, what are you going to talk about and what are they going to walk away with?
We're going to discuss, the overall requirements. So if you're going to go out and you're going to invest or start, investigating and getting a better understanding of SMS, what should the platform be able to deliver back to you? Again, come to Hookup Feed. I have competitors out there all over the place. Yeah. Trumpia and others, but you want to be able to know what that platform is going to do to you or do for you, for that matter. How you can integrate some of the SMS into your strategy, and this is where we're going to get into some real-time objectives and things that my clients have experienced along the way, and give you sort of real information. I'll obviously give you facts. A lot of people love to know that there's 97% this, there's 5.2 billion cell phones out there, and et cetera. How to figure out how to measure your ROI, like you were saying, and I think that's one of the biggest challenges we have is, how do I actually measure the ROI? Yeah, open rates are great. What does that do for me? Does that necessarily mean I just made $100,000? No. Yeah. But if we can figure out how do we integrate this into a POS system, well, hey, now we're talking. We have a promo code attached with that. Are we sending this out to select audiences? So the different ways in which we can, measure that ROI, and then really it comes down to how we can actually sell this in to be it yourself, your client, or your manager. And again, some of the ways that you can offset some of your costs. From a liquor perspective, again, not to give away all my secrets here, but if you have an audience of 500 vodka drinkers. You call your distributor and say, hey, Grey Goose, I'm participating in SMS. I have 500 predisposed vodka drinkers. Wow. You sponsor a Thursday night, once a month, Thursday martini night, sponsored by Grey Goose. I'll notify all of my members. Yeah. And then, okay, Grey Goose is going to kick down. They probably just paid for your entire year of SMS because it is so cost-effective. So, again, live case studies and really everything you need to know. I'm interactive. I'll probably introduce myself right when you guys walk in the door, and when you get there, come to the plate with questions. The more interactive we can make this, the better off we're going to be. And I want everyone to walk away with the answers to all their questions. Really
awesome, man. Well, hey, Scott, really appreciate your time. Make sure to check out Scott at hookupfeed.com, twitter.com/hookupfeed, and their fan page on Facebook, facebook.com/hookupfeed. Really appreciate this. I think this is going to be a great event. Folks, you need to come to this event to walk away with really where marketing is headed. And I like that you're talking about the integration, that social media and mobile is very powerful, as well as the traditional media tied into mobile. So
absolutely, and I think to sort of wrap up one
yeah.
last point here is again, I come speaking about SMS, but we also run an interactive agency,
Yep.
full digital. We're running Facebook campaigns, website build outs, blogs, etc. So we're going to come to the plate here, and we're going to talk about how SMS is sort of the primary sphere and how it can participate and integrate with all the other channels and opportunities that you're working with from a marketing perspective, and really give you that well-rounded 360-degree approach to reach all your audiences. So look forward to seeing you guys there. I appreciate your time, and hopefully we can all walk away with something and better ourselves and move forward.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Scott, and look forward to seeing you all there June 8th. And make sure to get to know Scott there and connect with him on how he can help you guys in your businesses. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you much.